If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Central Valley Talk. My name's Ray Johns. The name of the show is Ray Johns' American Patriot. And we're going to get to the Patriot a little bit later. However, I'd like to talk today about the accomplishments of Donald Trump. I think he's been in office now, 15 months, 14 months, I think. 14 months and counting, I think, right now. And the reason I want to do this is because I wear a Trump shirt every day, as everyone knows. I wear it to the gym. I wear it on my place of business. I wear it everywhere. I have 19 of them, about to have 21. I'm picking up 2 more tonight. But I wear them every day, and I very seldom, of late, get a negative comment. Well, I got one the other day, and that's why I'm doing this program today, to answer the questions of however, I know they're a minority and they're dwindling, of people that feel like this gentleman felt, and I'm not even going to go into it. I refuse to. However, let's talk about Donald Trump's accomplishments in 14 months, okay? And my handwriting is so that I put this on my iPad last night, so bear with me if there's any pauses or anything, because I'm wearing my new glasses. Oh, by the way, my new glasses, by the way. And you're probably wondering why they're red. Well, I got them red because my baseball uniform is red, and I have another pair coming, but this one came first, were my sports glasses, and they're great. If I get hit with a baseball, they won't shatter. And so, anyway, that's why I'm wearing them. As a result, I'm getting lots of jokes from all my best friends, from Urkel to you can just imagine. Anyway, Donald Trump's accomplishments. The biggest being, of course, the tax bill. And we're going to come back to that because I've got some information that may be of help to you, at least I hope it will be, about that. And it is just amazing the things that is opening up in this country for people. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. Number 2 on my list would be Neil Gorsuch appointment and a confirmation to the Supreme Court. How big is this? First of all, we all know it's a lifetime appointment, okay? Secondly, it puts a conservative in a great position for a long time, and the majority of the bench, of course, is conservative, and it will be great for the future, just absolutely great. Everybody's excited about that, and I forgot what I wrote. Oh, here it is. Gorsuch's appointment marked the end of a bitter struggle between Democrats and Republicans over the vacant seat. It was also a victory for Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, because he really fought hard to put this through, and he put it. The move also came as Trump aims to reshape the federal judiciary. I think he's had 66 nominees for lower court positions, 19 confirmation, and that is... Well, that's historic because no one's ever done that. You know, the court system was founded in 1891. What's 127 years, something like that? I don't know. A long time, since the beginning. He has some accomplishments. This is only the beginning, only the beginning. Roll back regulations. Now, a small entrepreneur like myself, I own West Coast Mobile Home Sales. Regulations, and especially in the state of California, is killing all of us. Ask anyone who owns a small business. I've been in business for 37 years, and so I know. Believe me, it is the thing that kills us, all of us. So that's a big one, and I forgot. Here's what I wrote, just so. Trump signed an executive order cutting regulations for small businesses and moved forward with plans to repeal the Clean Power Plan, one of Obama's signature acts as president. Trump has also overseen moves to expand oil drilling in the Arctic. That's part of the tax plan, by the way, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. And Gulf of Mexico, and granted a permit to the Keystone Pipeline, previously rejected by the Obama administration, okay? He also vowed reduced regulations. he argued, were strangling the economy, and it has been. So this is a big, big, big thing. So let me see, what else have I got here? Oh, this warms my heart, and I'm sure it warmed you. This warms my heart. I'm going to make a prediction after I read this, and it's going to sound bizarre and crazy and insane, and you'll probably think I am. I really honestly believe this. I thought about this the other night. Declaring Jerusalem the capital of Israel, moving it from Tel Aviv. That warmed my heart when I heard that. And I think it did a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. Okay? The Mideast has never known peace. There's always been war there, forever and ever and ever. I predict that what Donald Trump is doing right now is going to lead to peace someday in the Mideast. I really, truly believe that. I thought about it last night. I think it's more than possible. I think it'll happen. And he is leading the way. That's amazing to me. Just absolutely amazing. Okay. Oh, withdrawal from the Paris deal. I don't know if you recall, I think it was Clinton and the Kyoto deal 20-something years ago. When he withdrew, oil prices fell. And I predict the same thing is going to happen. See if I'm right. I think oil prices are going to fall drastically, and I think we're going to see it soon, real soon. That's just my prediction. It's just one man's prediction. Okay. This one here, rollbacks of some of Obama's Cuba policies. Okay. And what did I write? Okay. While the moves were seen as clearly crackdown by Trump on reapproachments with Cuba, much of Obama's policies toward havens essentially remained intact. And that's one thing about it. Moving to repeal Obama's net neutrality rules, and that's another one. And, and let me tell you some other ones. Okay. When's the last time you heard of ISIS? It's been a while, hasn't it? That's because they've gone from some 45,000 strong, which is a drop in the bucket, really, when you think about it, to less than 4,000, and they don't have a base. They were in Raqqa. They're no longer there. That was their base. He took care of ISIS. How big is that? I never think about ISIS anymore. Ever. Thank you, Mr. President. I don't think about it. I used to think about it on a daily basis. I used to watch people. And if I were boarding an airplane, if I was at an airport, if I was at a sports event where there were a lot of people, I was aware of that. And I'm not saying don't be. I think we should, to a certain extent. But it's nice not to have to worry as much. And I think that's a major thing that he did. I think it's amazing, and it's wonderful and great for the world. We're gonna take a little break here, and we'll be back say in a couple of minutes. Just give us 2. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about the long absence. I had a few things to kind of get going here with my iPad, and I'm still not quite set yet. But anyway, I'm going to do the best I can. Please bear with me. And we've been talking about Donald Trump's accomplishments, and I think we ended with speaking of ISIS and what a relief it was not to have to worry about those kind of things. In regards to the tax bill, it has far-reaching effects that are just beyond things. For instance, there is a book, and I'd like to grab it. If you're listening, this is very important. Grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and I'm going to give you some information on a book that's written by a man, and I wrote this all down. I just got this. And his name is Ten Benna. He actually started the 401k program back in 1980, I think it was, and a little bit about him. He's had a lot of awards, big supporter of Donald Trump. That puts him in my in my ballpark. He created, like I said, 1980s. In 1990s, he actually warned the Senate that Social Security would start having problems around 2015. He's pretty accurate about that. Let's see, 2001 wins the National Jefferson Award for Outstanding Public Service. Other past recipients include Bob Hope, Lee Iacocca, Jimmy Carter. So he was in great company. So just a little bit. There's a lot of things that he's written. But he's come out with a new book. And if you will go to, what do they go to, Mike? Help me out here. What can I tell them to go to get this book? They can go.
Well, if they search Ten Benna.
Yeah, you can search Ten Benna, or 501k, I think too. Yeah, either one, and it would get this. And this is going to be great for seniors. I've already ordered it, by the way. I ordered it today, and I didn't even know I would be talking to you about it. So I'm going to kind of go through it a little bit with you. It says 18 little-known tax loopholes and income tricks that made it through the tax reform bill, through Trump's new book. He's making everything available to everybody. Okay, so bear with me. And this is what, I love the opening of this. Listen to this. Not written by me. Thank God for the reform. President Trump's long-awaited overhaul provided big tax cuts for the average Americans. But perhaps the best thing it did was allow 18 amazing tax loopholes and income tricks to go forward untouched. A new book reveals how you could collect up to $6,000 per month, thanks to these 100% legal ideas. And this is all fact. This is not hype. I showed it to some people. The ink has not yet dried on the new tax bill, and already Americans are set to see big savings. Now, one of the things is, and this is interesting too. I had this. The top tax rate dropped 7%. Everyone gets twice the standard deductions. This is also part, of course, of the tax bill. Obama's new individual mandate is finally getting repealed. But perhaps the biggest benefit of all, what's not getting touched, is Ten Benna, the pioneer responsible for the $15 trillion in retirement savings, recently put out a new eye-opening book. It's called The 501k Plan: How to Fully Fund Your Own Worry-Free Retirement, Starting at Any Age. I'm excited about this book. It takes about 2 weeks to get there. I called them. I wanted to know if they could rush it away. I just ordered it prior to coming to the show today, and I'm going to read you some of the benefits in it. I believe it. Let me say that. I'm very skeptical from ordering anything like this. But when I realized who wrote it, that Benna had written it, I didn't know that. His stock went way up. So bear with me. Let's go through this. We'll go through this together. I'd like to provide a service every single week for something that could help you and help us all. I'm a senior citizen, and there's a lot. I'd like to cater toward that element, And anyway, we're going to do that. We're going to do something good every week. This is number one. Okay. Let's see. Okay. It's called the 501 Plan: How to Fully Fund Your Own Worry-Free Retirement, Starting at Any Age. And in it, Benna reveals the best places to grow your money to get outsized returns. These are little-known secrets politicians, celebrities, and top fund managers in the world use to dramatically and safely grow their money, often totally outside the stock market. And best of all, these strategies all survive the new 1,097-page tax bill intact. Thank you again, Donald Trump. In fact, even President Trump himself invests in a couple of these ideas. Now, here's the truth. If you've been trying to make a buck from conventional sources lately, you're just a hamster on a wheel and pretty much going nowhere. In his new book, which you can get today free, I paid $4.95 on my Visa card to cover shipping. Should be here in two to 3 weeks. Benna shows you where the real money is being made. For instance, did you know, and this was interesting, I looked this up, by the way. I'm just going to go over these because we don't only have so much time, and I want you to benefit from this. I do. And if you'd like to wait 2 or 3 weeks And to see how well I do with it, that's fine too, because you can call in here. I'll read you whatever you want. I'll tell you what I'm doing because I'm going to do some of these things. In fact, I'm going to do most of them. Okay. Did you know 54 U.S. congressmen recently admitted that they use a secret account to claim up to 60 times more interest on their money than regular people? And on top of that, they typically don't even have to report this income to the IRS. It's legal. It's all legal. And amazingly, this account is available to all Americans, all Americans. Yet, even though it's 100% legal, the government heavily restricts its advertising to the general public. But that hasn't stopped past presidents like Bill Clinton, Franklin Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy from using it. Or how about this? Did you know many Americans over the age of 55 qualify for a special non-government guaranteed income program that lets them collect up to $1,200 a month on top of Social Security? You know, this tax bill is, like I said, it has far-reaching great results, positive results. You've got to get this book. It costs you $4.95 on your card. Anyway. True again. Ben Franklin was one of the pioneers of the program here in America, and President Reagan loved it so much he used it to collect $79,000. There are just two of the secrets you'll discover. Ted Benna's latest book, The 501 Plan, How to Fully Fund Your Own Worry-Free Retirement. Now, there's a lot more here. It says, what is the 501k plan? Well, for starters, it's not a government account. Rather, it's a sum of 18 little-known income ideas you can use right now to significantly boost your retirement. These are ideas most Americans have never heard of, typically reserved for the rich elite. But in Benna's new book, he pulls the curtains on these cash cows for the very first time. Okay, for example, I'm going to give you some examples because they're so much fun. I'm enjoying them, reading them again. On pages 165 and 177, you'll discover the new one-step investment that can let you grab almost all the upside of the market, but with zero stock market risk. It just sounds phenomenal, but, you know, you'll also hear about the unique Senior Homeowners Reward Program created by the FHA and that lets Americans over the age of 62 collect between $575 and $2,200 in tax-free income. That's on page 135. You got to turn there to see if you qualify. Need a long-term health insurance? 179 reveals the simple alternative Benna used, and that you can use too. You know, what sold this to me was Benna. You know, I mean, this man started a 401k that was worth what? $15 trillion, some phenomenal thing like that. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. It was something like $15 trillion. He knows what he's doing. I believe in the man. I believe in the book. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, now I told you, this is the part I wanted you to know, and I've told you part of it. I'm going to go over it again so you know who Benna is. We're going to go over the whole thing. I want you to know who this man, who is Ted Benna. Ted Benna is considered by many as America's #1 expert on retirement savings. 1965, starts career as retirement benefits consultant for high net worth clients. 1970, offers solution to save pension plan while serving on U.S. Chamber of Commerce Employee Benefit Committee. In 2006, federal government finally incorporates Benna's ideas. 30 years too late. Brilliant man, brilliant. 1980, creates first 401k savings plan responsible for approximately, yeah, I was right, $15 trillion in retirement savings. 1990s, warns U.S. Senator John Breaux that Social Security would start having problems around 2015. Like I said earlier, boy, he was right about that. Okay. 2001, wins National Jefferson Award. This is a biggie, for outstanding public service. Other past recipients include Bob Hope, Lee Iacocca, and Jimmy Carter. Author of 5 books, including 401k for Dummies. Past consultant, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. This man he's just, you know, But he just goes on, and he's just a wealth of information and a brilliant man. Now, he gives you some examples in here where the rich hide their money, and so this is pretty interesting here. And this is part of the book, by the way. Let's see. Take Warren Buffett, for example. He says, many consider Buffett the king of buy, hold, invest. But get this. Did you know the Oracle of Omaha, isn't that a great name for Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha? I never heard that. Recently used a little-known secondary market loophole to claim an estimated $4.5 billion in just 3 years. It's true, and astonishingly, this method, which works an astonishingly 96% of the time, lets you make money without typically having to buy or sell one single stock. I can't wait to get my book. I can't wait. On page 203 of the 501k plan, How to Fully Fund Your Own Worry-Free Retirement, starting at any age, you'll find out step by step how you can do it too. Page 203. Be like Buffett. How to make 96% of the time on the secondary stock market. Secondary. And then it says, or what about Rockefellers? Their name is synonymous with banking profits. But many would be stunned to discover their latest money-making secret, a new and revolutionary way to make money that lies totally outside the traditional banking sector. You want to check this out, too, before mainstream catches wind. Turn to page 53 to discover this Rockefeller secret. And the Rockefeller secret's new income stream, how to cash in on one website big banks hope you never find out about. And then many think Trump's either born into money or they owes most of his wealth to real estate. And while those statements certainly hold a great deal of truth, on page 315 of the 501k play, How to Fully Fund Your Own Worry-Free Retirement Starting at Any Age, we reveal what we believe is the real secret to his wealth. Here you'll discover the simple secret that let Trump multiply his money hundreds of times over. It's the same secret that enabled Playboy's Hugh Hefner to parlay $8,000 loan into $50 million. Michael Dell to turn 1,000 into billions, and also allowed many other successful business moguls to accumulate vast swaths of wealth. So go to Benna, okay, and Google it, not YouTube, but Google it probably, and you'll find it. Or you can just, probably the easiest way would be the new book, 501k by Benna, author Benna. And you'll get some of this stuff. It just goes on. I really was excited about being able to present this. The 501k plan is the short name. It's easy to make money when you pay less tax. And boy, is that the truth. Let's see if there's anything else here I can give you. I think that's... Oh, it says, also, this is another little thing that I like. The president's account is revealed in full detail on page 15 of your free 501k book. $4.95. I mean, you can't even go to Starbucks for that. Let's see here now. Radio worker doubles. This is just... Okay, there's the 501 opportunity number. Let's go back to number 1 and see. I really want to spend some time with this because I think this is going to happen. Indiana man with master's degree in finance ditches his 401k. Start with as little as $300, can offer guaranteed returns, has paid out for 121 consecutive years, typically does not need to be reported to the IRS. Unlike 401s, there is a way to withdraw money anytime without penalty. No limit to how much you can put in. Past account holders include U.S. presidents, Harding, Taft, Cleveland. This has been around for a while. Bankers prefer it over their own banks. FDIC records show big banks have stored a whopping $161 billion inside the president's account. Just amazing. That's opportunity number 1, and it goes on and on. I just wanted you to have just a little bit of it here. It says Ray Koch used his account to start McDonald's. Doris Christopher, Pampered Chef Farms, used it to launch a $1.5 billion fortune. Oh, man, it's the president's account. Full detail. Yeah, okay. This is which one? Opportunity number one about with a master's degree in finance, you'd think Robert Andrews would have a leg up on most investors. Not so. In fact, as Robert put it, it seems like every time he'd put in 5,000 to 10,000 in his 401k, the market would tank and he'd be no further ahead than before. Robert now makes his living as a high school finance writer and at one time was a financial analyst at HP. But back in 2000, despite Robert's knowledge in the markets, the financial collapse took away a good part of his portion. That's when he went looking for something alternative. And then it goes on. I'm not going to go through. After he searched for around 10 years, and he lost money after money. And then finally, let's see. Yeah. So he invested, let's see, it's great, says Robert. Not only have I never lost a dime in my account, but in 3 years, it's already gone to over $30,000, and he started with a $2,000 investment. Not bad, huh? No wonder U.S. presidents, congressmen, bankers love this safe haven so much. Bankers, in fact, have socked away over $161 billion in this account. Case number two, radio worker doubles retirement. Now, this was interesting. I went over this just a little bit before I came here. In Chapter 3, Plan Benna reveals an incredible safe investment that allows you to double your retirement income, all while letting you almost zero tax. Listen to how this secret changed one woman's life. After he retired from a career in radio, Elaine Murphy sold her house in New Jersey. She was planning to live on the proceeds of the sale, but was in for a rude awakening. With medical insurance premiums alone costing $1,000 a month, she had to come out of retirement and take a job as a cashier. And goes on, of course, talk about how she hated that. I don't want to get into that. She now gets, okay, that's when a friend suggested she try guaranteed income programs, pioneered by Benjamin Franklin. With nothing to lose, she gave it a shot. Elaine put in part of the money she got from selling her house. In return, she now gets a generous $2,500 check sent her way each and every month. And it goes on and on. All these stories are documented. I mean, this is why I got it finally an approach I can follow and still sleep at night. It's really good stuff. And it goes on and on. I don't want to read too much. I really wanted you to get the gist of it. I'm going to tell you a couple of things here. Just little loopholes that you can do that can help you, and money that you're entitled to that the government's never going to tell you about. And I talked to two people, when I called two people that I respect and admire very much today and talked to them about this. One of them's already doing it. He said his brother got him into it, and he has the book, and he was telling me some other stuff. I can't remember what it is now. But, okay, here's another thing. Okay. Now, at this point, you might be wondering who's eligible to use the 501 plan. That's the great thing. You see, unlike traditional government-sponsored plans like 401ks and IRAs, this program is available to absolutely everyone, the 501k, everybody. It doesn't matter if you're currently working, retired, if you collect Social Security, if you have a 401k or IRA, or even how much or little you have to start out with. You too can use the secrets in the 501k plan to sock away thousands of dollars a year. Now, this is the man who started the 401k. I think I have a little faith in this guy, Everybody knows I'm a baseball player, and I love baseball, okay? And I'll tell you something. When you go to the plate, you're not going to increase your batting average, unless you swing the bat. You may increase your on-base percentage if you walk or get hit in the head, but your batting average isn't going to go up because that's not an official at bat. You got to swing the bat. You got to swing the bat to increase your batting average. And that's what you do. Sometimes you have to step out. Okay. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're currently working, retired, if you collect Social Security, if you have a 501k or IRA, or even how much or little you have to start out with. You too can use the secrets in the 5 to stock away thousands of dollars a year. Let's see here. And I'm going to go down and down. And there's just, bear with me here. There's just so many of them, and I'm trying to pick out one that they all apply to seniors. But remember, it's the 501k plan by Ted Benna. So you can and you can buy it offline. I just found out about it today. You might even check at Barnes and Noble. Who knows? They're so quick at getting things. I may do that. I'll get mine and give it away as a gift. I think I'll do that because I can't wait for it to get here. I think I'll call after the show here and see if perhaps I can get it. Okay, that's where it's the 501k plan. You get a digital. I get a digital copy of mine. Yeah, get a digital copy. And they've got all kinds of free stuff you get with it. I love getting free stuff. 4 ways to immediately boost your Social Security. This is all in this. 4 ways to immediately boost your Social Security. Now, how many seniors don't need that? I'm going to be here every single week to give you something good. This is the best thing I could do. My job is to be informative. My job is to help you. And that's what I want to do. And I'm not going to ask you to do anything at all. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and you're very welcome to wait, kick back. When I get my book, I'll tell you every week what I'm doing. I'll show you, because this is going to work. It's going to help you. Okay, let's see here. Boy, they've got so much, so bear with me. Go back here a little bit. See some of these things. And this is the guy that supposedly, and this is all documented stuff, and I'm just going to read you some of the headlines. From flat broke to $1 million in about 3 years, a little over 3 years. And this is just what some people are saying. Let's see what Craig says. Oh, this is the guy that did this. Boy, you should see the house he lives in, supposedly. And his wife says, I love this concept. I stumbled upon it almost 3 years ago. It helped me get a new roof on my house, among other things. And let's see, what's this up here? It says, the easy investment I've ever done. I've used the money to buy a delivery truck and other equipment for my business. It says it's better than a Roth IRA and way better than 401ks and traditional IRAs over time. The dividends are incredible. So far, I've used my account to buy a small beach house and fund my kids' college. This guy, Greg Richardson, there's a picture of a view from his beach house, which, of course, is, you can imagine, well, you'll see when you get this. Okay, I am a CPA. I can assure you that 90% of the readers will not do any better with an investment, stock, bond, retirement, than purchasing the president's account. It says the numbers will amaze you. Okay, one more. It's been 4 months since I started. This is a senior. I have reached my goal of $5,000 per month in income. This is by far the best income strategy I have ever used. $4.95 you get this book. That's $4.95. So go on the internet, get it. We'll discuss it, I'd like to have a group of these people, of people like me. We can discuss it sometimes on the show. We can meet off the show. I want to start this. I think this is going to be a great thing for seniors, and what a great thing for a group of us growing together financially. And I will certainly put money into this. I can guarantee you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the show. It's a little bit different. I haven't told you who my American Patriot is, but I will here in a bit. I want to talk about a couple of other things. I sometimes take what I have for granted in this world. And I'm getting better at not doing that, because I am so grateful, so very, very grateful for what I have, for what God has given me. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful that I'm American. I'm grateful that I'm a Republican. I'm grateful that I have a president like Donald Trump. I'm grateful for my existence. Very grateful. And I think we have to be appreciative. I think that's that's a very important principle that we need to have. My American Patriot for this week, Donald Trump. His tax bill is phenomenal. You've got to do your due diligence, as I ask you to do every week. You must do this, okay? Look into this tax bill. This thing, it's opening up. Let me just tell you this real quick. It's opening up. The drilling is opening up in the Arctic. They say that there is copper, there's gold, there's silver, there's lithium, there's uranium. This is the biggest, they call it the eighth continent. It is the biggest strike ever. Russia's making a rush. We're making a rush. It is going to be phenomenal. You know, it's probably going to start out with producing some. They say it's going to be bigger than cryptocurrencies, bigger than the marijuana boom. The marijuana boom is estimated to be somewhere around $10-12 billion in the next couple of years, and the crypto boom at 200 billion, something like that. This is estimated to be, just from gas and oil alone, not to mention copper, gold, all these other things, not to even mention this, $30 trillion. I would look for penny stocks in that area. That's what I'm going to do. But you might want to look that up. You might want to look up the oil and the drilling, right, that Trump has proposed. And well, it's actually passed. It's already passed, you know. So it's now a law. So it's going to happen. $30 trillion they estimate it to be worth. It's going to be a new gold rush boom. And it's got everything, absolutely everything. Well, it looks like time's just about up, so I'm going to tell you what I tell you every week. When you see a law enforcement officer, to go up and shake his hand and tell him how much we appreciate him. They do a thankless job, and it means so much to them. It means a lot to you, too. You'll feel it. But it's like I said, you want to see a cop smile, go up and shake his hand and tell him you appreciate him. He'll smile, or she'll smile. I had one, I told you about it weeks ago, and it was a lady, and I was coming out of a park to get in my car, and she had pulled up there, and I went by and thanked her. She actually got out of her car and hugged me, and these people were driving by, and I know they were thinking, God, she was a small thing, too. What's this big black guy? He's hugging this little blonde cop. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful. You know, I think may have even saw a tear in her eye. They don't get that. They need it. They deserve it. They have it coming. So until we meet joyously next week and every week from now on, aside from having an American Patriot, I'm going to try to give you some tip, and it's going to be a senior tip that can help you, something that can help you. I think it starts with this book. So please, his name is Ten Benna, Benna. Look up his book, 501k. And I think the Franklin thing is, of course, in there. It may be might even be a part of the title. I don't know. So until we meet again joyously next Friday, 3 p.m., heaven's blessings.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.